Garrett Thorne had gone 8 years without speaking. A solitary rancher deep in the mountains, he had spoken more to his horses than to humans. But the morning a stranger fell outside his cabin, bleeding and out of breath, all of that changed. The man's eyes were fading quickly as Garrett bent down beside him. "Please," he panted, clutching Garrett's shirt with his last strength. "My wife, Celeste. She's all I have left." Garrett looked around. Nothing but dust and rock. No woman. No second horse. "Where is she?" he asked. "Behind me, maybe an hour. She's special. But dangerous. People want her dead, for what she knows." Blood bubbled from his mouth. "Promise me, you'll protect her." Garrett hesitated. He didn't know this man, didn't want complications. But when the stranger pressed a leather pouch into his hand, Garrett nodded. Promise was made. The man died a few seconds later. The wind changed. Hooves sounded in the distance. Someone was approaching. Garrett had just inherited an enigma, and a woman whose existence could destroy his peaceful world to ashes. She came like a whirlwind, black hair unkempt, riding hard in the dust, dress in tatters and covered in dried blood. Her name was Celeste. She did not cry. She did not scream. She merely said, "Is he dead?" "Yes," Garrett said, glancing at the rifle she bore as though it were part of her arm. "Did he tell you about me?" "He told you that you were his wife, that you were in peril, that others want what you possess." Celeste let out a sour laugh. Henry had a knack for understatement. Dust on the horizon was rising. Riders were approaching. Swiftly. "How many can you take care of, Mr. Thorne?" "Garrett. How many should I be concerned about? Do I need to count?" She drew a rifle out of her saddle as if she'd done it 1,000 times. "They've been pursuing us 3 days. They will offer you money. Attempt to purchase me. But should you decline?" She glared into his eyes. "We find out what sort of man you are." 5 riders crested the hill. Long coats, cold eyes. The kind of men who killed for money and slept like babies after. Their leader raised a hand. "Afternoon," he called. "Name's Clayton Morse. We're looking for a woman. Dark hair, green eyes. Riding with Henry Walsh." Garrett stepped forward, rifle low but ready. "Haven't seen anyone like that." Morse grinned as if he took pleasure in harming things. "That's odd, friend, because those are their tracks. And that," he indicated, "is Henry Walsh's body." Celeste spoke softly to his side. "He's Bureau. Federal Marshal. The others are bounty hunters. Federal." Everything had changed. "The woman is wanted for murder," Morse stated. "Judge in Santa Fe. 2 deputies. There's a $5,000 reward. Dead or alive." Garrett's hold on the pouch constricted. $5,000. More than he'd seen in 5 years. "She's lying to you," Morse interjected. "Killers always do." Celeste didn't blink. The judge was crooked, selling justice to the highest bidder. "I had evidence, but he controlled the sheriff. Controlled half the territory." "Then why did you kill him?" "Because it was the only justice I had left." Perhaps she was a killer. Perhaps she was a hero. Perhaps both. Garrett made a decision. Betray her or honor his word. "She's not here," he shouted. Morse's gaze turned cold. "Wrong answer." A bullet went off inches from Garrett's head. Panic erupted. Bullets tore through the air. Celeste reacted like lightning, precise, controlled, deadly. "They'll burn us out," she yelled. "Can't hide underground." Garrett huddled behind the chopping block, his heart racing. 5-2. Not good odds. "She's special," Henry had explained, "but dangerous." Seeing her now, Garrett realized what he was saying. "Backup's on the way," Celeste yelled. "From whom?" "People who know the truth about Judge Morrison." Every bullet she fired gained them time. Every breath was borrowed time. Then came thunder, not from heaven, but from the east. More riders. At least a dozen. Morse and his men wheeled around. Fear flickered. Badges. Real ones. Their leader rode up. Older. Weathered. Authority in every line of his face. Clayton Morse, he said. By order of the territorial governor, you're under arrest. Morse went pale. Davidson, what is this? Justice, Davidson said. Judge Morrison confessed before his heart gave out. Everything. You're done. Celeste lowered her rifle in disbelief. Then why were they chasing us? Because dead men don't testify, Morse growled. But ledgers do. Davidson shifted to Garrett. Where's the proof? Garrett handed him the pouch. Within, a bound leather book packed with names, dates, payments, evidence of a tainted empire. This will bury half the territory, Davidson grumbled. He glanced at Celeste. Your name's cleared. Self-defense. Garrett stood in silence amidst the ruins of his cabin. His horses were missing, his supplies burned, but he'd held his honor. Celeste knelt beside Henry's body, sang a farewell in a whisper. When she stood, there were tears in her eyes. He deserved to die better than this. He got justice, Garrett replied. While the marshals escorted Morse away, silence fell once again. Celeste started walking away. I have to go, she said. There'll be more questions. More people seeking revenge. Where will you go? California. Perhaps Mexico. Somewhere quiet. She mounted. Stopped. Thanks. For holding Henry to his promise. Stay, Garrett urged. She gazed at him. What? Stay. Help me rebuild. She paused. You don't know me. What I've done. Killed men. Perhaps they deserved it, but I still pulled the trigger. Henry didn't believe that made you a monster. He was dying. Dying men see what they want to see. What did you tell him when you were whispering in his ear? Garrett asked softly. That I'd try to live again. Then learn, he said. We'll both learn. Together. She examined his face. I don't know how to be someone's wife. I don't know how to be someone's husband, Garrett said with a gentle smile. We'll learn it. She slid off the horse. And for the first time in years, Garrett felt hope rise. That evening, they huddled by a small campfire, making plans. We'll need wood, Garrett told her. I already said I don't want the reward money, she said. I have money saved. Why? She asked. You could have taken the $5,000. Left me behind. Garrett gazed into the fire. Because I was also running. Believed aloneness would keep me safe. You showed me I wasn't keeping away from pain. I was keeping away from living. She gazed at him. I was married once, she said. Thomas. Morrison's men killed him. Burned everything we owned. He was going to testify. And you tried to do it the right way? I pleaded for justice. They laughed at me. So you took matters into your own hands. That's what I am, Garrett. That's what you're deciding. I'm not asking you to change, just to remain. The stars twinkled overhead. And in the quiet, a choice was made. The next morning, Marshal Davidson came back, with lumber, tools, and a full pardon for Celeste. The network is complete, he said. You both paid a price for justice. Garrett nodded. A fair one. As the wagon disappeared over the horizon, Celeste turned to Garrett. Where do we begin? Foundation first. They worked in rhythm. Side by side. She was strong, talented, lovely in the morning sun. You're gazing, she said. I'm thinking, Garrett said. Henry was correct. You are special. What concerns you, Garrett Thorne? This, he said. Constructing something worthy of fighting for. She came close, voice low. I could be difficult to love. I could have nightmares. I could be silent for days. Garrett grinned. Then we're perfect. Their kiss was of sawdust and flame, of forgiveness, of beginnings. 6 months on, the new house rose. Larger, lighter, sturdier. They married in spring. Marshal Davidson, their best man. The mountains, their church. As they sat on the porch, the sun dipping behind the peaks, Celeste reached for Garrett's hand. Do you ever think about what Henry would say? I don't know, Garrett replied. I think he'd be proud of you. He asked me to watch out for you. But perhaps what he really wanted was for both of us to watch out for one another. And in the stillness, with all restored from destruction, that seemed like a vow to uphold. Like this video if the story touched something in you. Subscribe for more Wild West tales where justice rides slowly and truth lands hard.